It is Megan with Vigilante Vibes, where I give you all the Marvel talk, character breakdowns, theories, all of that, but without the toxicity that's become such a big part of every fandom. And what do I mean by that? I mean, I will have negative opinions because I'm a human, but I will not have opinions based on race, sexism, homophobia, none of those disgusting things that should really be as big as they are, but they are. They're pretty gross. So, with that being said, I have another character breakdown, and with Thunderbolts being less than a month away, I'm trying to get through every single character. So today we are on Ghost. So let's start with Ghost. So, Ava Starr, aka Ghost in the MCU, is the daughter of Elias and Catherine Starr. After a quantum accident that killed her parents, Ava ended up with powers that let her phase through objects and generate massive energy. Pretty cool, except it was slowly killing her. S.H.I.E.L.D. swooped in early, trained her to be a stealth agent. She went by Ghost, we all know, before Hydra came into the picture. She was later taken in by Bill Foster, who tried to help her survive as her body started to break down due to her unstable quantum state. Desperate for a cure, Ava learned about Hank Pym's quantum tunnel and planned to use it to siphon energy from the quantum realm to keep herself alive. The problem? Pym needed that same energy to rescue Janet Van Dyne, his wife. So Ava tried to steal the lab that housed the tunnel, which led to a showdown between Ant-Man, Ghost, and the Wasp. Eventually, Janet came back and shared some of her energy with Ava, easing her pain for a while. After that, Ava went into hiding with Foster. That's the MCU version of Ghost, who's set to return in the Thunderbolts, which is why we're even talking about it. But let's talk about the comic book version. So, Ghost. Ghost's first appearance was in Iron Man number 219 in June of 1987. It was created by David Michelinie and Bob Layton. Originally a supervillain to Iron Man, Ghost has since become an anti hero figure after becoming a member of the Thunderbolts during the events of Dark Reign and Heroic Age. That is the short version, but I want to give you the full breakdown of Ghost. The original Ghost is actually a totally different character. He used to be a brilliant data engineer working for a major tech company where he developed Ghost Tech, these crazy advanced chips that could go intangible. His bosses milked his genius for everything it was worth, and even manipulating his personal life to keep him motivated. When his girlfriend threatened to expose their corruption, they had her killed, which sent him spiraling. In response, he merged Ghost Tech into his own body, got cyberkinetically linked to the company's systems, found out about the unaliving, and survived a hit attempt. After that, he went full rogue, took down the execs, erased his past, and became a hardcore anti corporate saboteur. That said, his version of events might not be 100% reliable. He told the story to Moonstone, who's not exactly trustworthy. Years after phasing in and out of reality, has probably messed up his mind. So there's that. But his first big gig, he was hired by a Roxxon exec named Carrington Pax to bankrupt a company called Accutech. But Tony Stark saw potential in their tech and bought the company, which led to the first Iron Man vs. Ghost battle. Ghost got away but swore revenge. Stark even started sleeping in his suit to stay ready. Things escalated when Ghost killed Spymaster, who was also hired to stop him, by phasing him halfway into a wall. Yikes. Eventually, Stark set a trap and almost caught him. But Ghost vanished after a brutal fight. Later, he popped up in Italy working for Justin Hammer, who tried to sell a failing company to Stark. Iron Man and Hammer teamed up to stop Ghost, but he escaped again, this time vowing to destroy Hammer too. Ghost then got tangled up with Kingpin, Spider-Man, and Black Panther over more synthetic vibranium stuff. Later, he started bombing corporations using malware-loaded computers. Stark traced the attacks to AIM, who had hired Ghost to wipe out competitors. In a rematch with Iron Man, Ghost tried to phase into Tony's chest, but Tony's arc reactor defended itself, knocking Ghost out cold. He was arrested, but escaped later, naturally. He kept showing up, sometimes working with shady employers like Spymaster, or later as part of Norman Osborn's Thunderbolts team. While with them, he had his own hidden agenda, basically spying on Osborn, trying to take him down from the inside. He never really stopped being anti-corporate, even though he played along with the team's missions. At one point, Madame Mask hired him to assassinate a comatose Tony Stark. Ghost tracked him down in Oklahoma, but was eventually defeated using his own tech. Later, he joined another Thunderbolt squad led by Luke Cage, alongside people like Juggernaut, Moonstone, and Man-Thing. There were wild missions, ninja fights, monster hunts in Japan, and even Ghost giving CPR to save Moonstone. Dude was weirdly heroic at times. Eventually, Baron Zemo and Kingpin brought together a new Thunderbolts team to take down the Punisher. And Ghost was a part of that too. After the dust settled, he found out Roxxon had uploaded his late girlfriend's consciousness into a computer. Moonstone stole that info and convinced him to help her with a creepy digital afterlife experiment called Project Aru. Once he realized she was experimenting on people without consent, he turned on her, helped the good guys, and stole the chip containing his girlfriend's consciousness before disappearing again. Now, I showed you who Ghost is. Let me tell you some comics that do involve Ghost, so maybe you can get a better idea of him. But I will say it is mostly Iron Man that I've read him in. And, I mean, who doesn't love a good Iron Man comic? So, be sure to check out Iron Man 219 to 221, The Ghost and the Machine. Iron Man 239 to 240, He is Back. That's the title. Invincible Iron Man by Matt Fraction, 20 to 24, Stark Disassembled. Technically, this is 20 to 25 if you're interested in the full story, but last issue does not include Ghost. So take that for what it's worth. Luke Cage's Thunderbolts. Ghost is, like I said, one of the key players. And yeah, Ghost doesn't have too much of a big presence in the comics, but it's cool to know where they come from if you're going to go watch Thunderbolts, because it is wild to me how drastically different the MCU's version is to the comics. It was a cool character. I don't know why you change it that way. Just make a new character. Just make a new one. It's not that hard. But yeah, just make a new character. Why didn't you make Ava her own character? I guess the phasing thing. But even then, it's like other characters do it too. I don't know, maybe I just want to complain today. I don't know. But that is Ghost, and that is the difference between the MCU version and the comic version, and I hope you learned something today. So please let me know what you thought about it in the comments, and let me know any theories you have for Thunderbolts, because I have none for Ghost for that movie. I keep forgetting Ghost is in it. Maybe I'm just bitchy today. I don't know. I have no idea. But with that being said, remember, let me know in the comments, like and subscribe. Have a marvelous day.